nieces and nephews, welcome back to Auntie No's Kitchen. And to those that are new, welcome to the family, welcome to the family. Thank you guys for your love and support to my channel. Yes, Caitlin is feeling much better. She's now bearing weight. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, today we're going to be doing chicken livers, stewed chicken livers with onion gravy. And we're going to have some rice with that. Haven't decided what vegetable, okay? So, give me a moment. We're going to do a flip and swoop, and we're going to get started. Okay, my nieces and nephews, turn my heat down some. I have my oil already hot. I have my onions. You know, this is a pet peeve of mine. I don't like those little middle chunks of onions in my stuff. So, I have to put those over here. Now, I like to go, this is the onion, not onions, the liver. Y'all know I don't like touching meat with my hands. My children don't, well, Caitlin don't cook, okay? So I can't even say my children, Caitlin don't cook. But my son, boy, I tell you, they're just like their mother. He don't like touching meat either. That's what my husband used to say. Your little peas really rubbed off on your kids. They won't sleep without a running fan. They won't touch meat without gloves. And so anyway, I go to the farmer's market and get my livers because that way, you know, you get to see what you're getting opposed to I mean buying them out the grocery store. And they still put them in a little, I don't know what tub that is, about that big. And I have my flour. Now, I don't season my chicken livers. I season my flour. And in here is just some ground pepper, some seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder. And I already have my onions already sliced and slivered. I'm going to put them over there, and I'm going to cook my rice later. My oil is hot. Now, I always have my flour in a bag, as you saw. And I'm going to take my livers. I'm not going to throw them all in at one time, you know, throw them all in, just dump the bowl. Because, you know, livers have liquid, but liquid in them. It's, you know, it's basically water, but they are a very good source of protein. And I stew them down soft so I can eat them. I love chicken livers. Like I said, I can stew them down soft with the gravy, and they're very easy for me to eat. And I tell you, I had to get some order in this house because it had gotten to the point of it was like that Oco, AK, whatever you call it, Oco cake around, whatever y'all want to call it. Ivan screaming into his games, and Caitlin screaming into her game, Dusty barking. It was too much, okay? Then Ivan's monitor going off for his blood sugar, you know, my insulin pump going off for low battery. It was just too much. I thought I was going to have to go, honey, check myself in somewhere. I was losing my mind. I had to get some order. So I have these all nicely coated. And then, see, I can throw this bag away. I don't want, because it's contaminated flour now. So I'm not going to throw them in because this is hot grease. They're all nicely battered. I'm going to lay them in nicely gentle. And I always shake them. And if I was just using my bare hand, my hands would be filthy. Poppity pop pop. Stop that. Yep, so I'm just laying them in. And you know, the thing about using this large pan, my livers are not overcrowded. They have space. They can be they'll cook even. That's why, you know, see, and they do pop. But you know what? There's a restaurant which shall remain nameless. They charge $9.99 for 8 chicken livers. 8 chicken livers. And one side and a biscuit. They charge $9.99. And these livers I got from the farmer's market were $2.47. See, this eating out thing is ridiculous. Y'all better cook at home. I don't know where, you know, for those of you, especially those of you that live here in America, you better cook at home. Cook your food at home. You save so much money. And people say, well, I don't know how to cook. Yes, you do. You got too many social media channels and web pages that will have you cooking in no time. And tell your friends, watch Auntie. Because I don't do all that fancy schmancy. I do have some stuff that's like, I can take fancy schmancy and turn it into something simple and easy. Because cooking should not give you a headache, okay? You want to cook, cooking should not give you a headache. Cooking is very easy. And it's easy, very easy to me because it's a passion. But you should not have a headache from cooking. Cooking should not make you just give it up midway through. You know, it should not do that. Okay, so I'm going to wipe this down and get my oil on while this fries up on one side, and I'll be back. Chicken livers are just like any other meat. It must be cooked thoroughly. So, you know, you still have to cook it all the way through. You see, right? See how red it is? It needs a transfusion. Or I can drop it off at the blood bank. You know, you still must cook them thoroughly. And you see I'm using these tongs to turn it. So, you know, these tongs are coming in contact with what? Raw meat. So I'm going to wash them because I still want to use them again. Instead of me going and getting another set of tongs, putting extra work on Mother, Auntie is not going to be having that. No, Auntie is not going to do that. Auntie is going to just wash these because they're coming in contact with this raw chicken liver on the other side. Like I said, and they must be cooked thoroughly, and I would get my thermometer and I will be checking internal temperature. Because looking at this, oh, you would think, oh, they're all nice and done. I can't go by that. And definitely not me. Not with my issue. Oh, no, honey. To my fellow diabetics out there who got gastroparesis and those that are not diabetic got gastroparesis, use an internal thermometer. Don't go by sight. I'm not my grandmother. Even though grandmother taught me very well to, you know, touch things and look for blood, sight, pinch, and all that. I go, This is not a Little House on the Prairie or the Waltons. Okay, be right back. For all you want to know, I'm not cooking this on high heat. I'm cooking this on medium heat. And if you have your stove dial, I have it on number 4 for those that want to know, because I do get questions asked, well, what are you cooking it on? Because I don't fry food much at all. Very rarely do I fry food. So I'm cooking it on number 4. Cook on medium heat, never high, because what you're gonna do is cook the outside and your inside will not cook. So number 4 is perfect. And if you don't put it on number 3. It's going to take forever. Number 4, medium heat is perfect. Okay, we're going to go in. Turn my thermometer on first. All right, I'm going to start with my thickest ones. And I need a temperature of 165. And here I am at, I'm 186. So you nice and perfectly done. You know, that's a gospel song my grandmother used to sing. I walk by faith and not by sight. And that is so true. Walk by faith and not by sight. All right, these are done. I'm going to put these on a paper towel, and then we're going to go to the next step. Okay, I've got all the chicken livers out. Okay, now you see all this goodness on the bottom? Now, I don't want this oil. I don't want none of that. I want the goodness on the bottom. You know, that's what I want. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour this oil off. I'm going to strain it and get it into this bowl so I can have the goodness. Okay, now I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of But 2 teaspoons of butter, my apologies. I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of butter. Oh, Lord have mercy, I thought I was recording. What I did, I threw the flour in here, and I cooked the flour out until it turned brown. And I just kept cooking and cooking, and I took some chicken broth. Hold on, guys. I took 2 bouillons, and I'm adding 2 cups of water to the bouillons. And I haven't seasoned it. I haven't seasoned it yet. I'm just going to add my chicken livers back in. Because I'm going to cook these till they're soft. And I'm going to, basically, what I'm going to be doing now is cooking my, I don't need a slotted spoon. You don't want to use a slotted spoon in this. Next step, you want to use a spoon that has, you know, a dip in it. And I'm going to leave this alone. You're going to season it. We are pepper people. This is ground pepper. You can use freshly ground pepper. I mean, coarse black pepper. This is ground black pepper. Yes, we are pepper people. Now, I did not saute my onions inside of when I did the flour. Like I said, once you bring your, when you add the 2 tablespoons of butter, and you add the dry flour, you're going to keep scraping and scraping and scraping. Because what you're going to be doing is cooking that flour taste out. You keep doing that until your base turns brown or light brown. Then you add your chicken broth. You can add beef broth too. You can buy the beef broth in the carton, or you can just take 2 bouillons, beef or chicken, whatever you prefer, or vegetable if that's what you want. And you add it to 2 cups of water. Throw that sucker in the microwave and nuke it. You know, you can nuke it while you're doing other stuff and just leave it in the microwave until you need it. Because that's what I did. I nuked them and then left them in the microwave until I needed them. Y'all don't come to me talking about I'm eating radiation. You know, I've already, believe me, I have enough radiation going through me now. That microwave is not going to bother me. Okay, I'm going to do that, and going to add a little bit of salt. My little pinky. Not too much now. Not too much. It's up to you. Salt to your taste. I've already got some salted butter in here, so I don't need too much salt. And I'm just going to leave this alone. And look at that. That looks delicious. You know, little guy over there is not going to eat this. So this is absolutely. And you want to have extra gravy for your rice. Oh, I forgot old rice pot over there. And I got to cook extra rice for Dusty Westy. Shouldn't give him nothing because he's been so doggone bad today. Dusty's 17 years old, and I guess he got old folks privilege. He got the old folks himself in their backyard. Dusty's never been outside like that. But I be fussing at him more than I tell you, better sit your little self down. Don't be looking at me with them big brown, pretty eyes. Because he is still so cute. And I know I'm going to have to let him go one day. If people say, you're going to get another dog. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not getting another dog. But it's amazing. I love dogs. I love dogs. And my dog is very comforting to me. Okay, we're going to let this turn down. I'm going to turn this down to number low. That says LO, not number 2, but LO. And I'm going to cook the rice and we'll be back. Right, guys, look at that. Doesn't that look marvelous? We got our rice over here. Remember I told you I always want to have a little extra gravy. We're going to top some chicken livers on top of this rice. I don't want too many now. You don't want too, well, you may want extra. How to get some of this delicious gravy. And if this gravy is too thick for you, all you got to do is add a little water. Get some of that rice on top of this gravy. I mean, not this rice on top of this gravy on top of this rice. A little onion there. Oh, that looks marvelous. We'll turn this off. Okay, here we are. Look at that. That looks marvelous, doesn't it? Yum, yum, yum. Thank you guys for hanging in here. We're in Auntie No's kitchen to make this old Southern favorite. Well, not a favorite because a lot of Southerners do not like chicken livers. No type of liver. I don't like gizzards, and I don't like hearts. They can keep that part, okay? Hey, that's a rhyme. Okay, so guys, till the next time, go do what? Go be you, but be great being you. Hugs, kisses, and lots of love to each of you. Until the next upload, see you later. Bye.